Now your Storm Track weather with Ashton Rizzo.
Good evening and welcome back. For tonight, we are seeing just a few scattered storms push across northeastern Kansas, but that quickly clears out, drying out for tonight, leading to a mostly clear sky by about 10 o'clock. And then as we continue into this week, temperatures begin to warm up for Thursday. Temperatures will be into the lower 90s, so it's going to be a warm day for tomorrow, and it doesn't just stop there. A hot and humid weekend ahead of us for this weekend as temperatures even push into the middle to upper 90s and dew points reach into the lower 70s. So it will be a hot and humid weekend ahead. And then it's not just that, we're also dealing with gusty south winds. That's going to help to usher in additional warm air with it, but it is going to keep us breezy throughout this weekend. And at the moment, we are tracking just one storm that did go severe for just northern Lyon County north of Emporia. The rest of us just looking at a few scattered showers and storms, but this is in place until 5:30 for tonight. A severe thunderstorm warning. We have quarter-size inch hail on this, and winds are on the weaker side of severe, but we do have those winds near 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That's going to continue as we head into the next couple of minutes. That's in place until 5:30. This is a glance with our Emporia camera. You can see the darker clouds and that rain shaft that's just over on the side of the screen there. You can see that rain, really heavy rain falling down. That's going to continue until the next about 12 minutes or so. Today, though, temperatures started off at 66 degrees and we got up to 83 for our high. Average high for this time of year is middle to upper 80s. So as we head into tomorrow, though, we're going to be closer to the upper 80s, even low 90s for some of us for tomorrow. Temperatures at the moment are a bit scattered, just depending on where those isolated showers and storms have already hit. Dropping temperatures, we are at 76 degrees for St. Mary's, but we are still hanging on to lower 80s for Topeka and 77 even for Hiawatha. As we continue into tonight, though, that low pressure system that's overhead giving us a few of those scattered showers and storms are going to start to shift further out of our area, and then that ridge of just higher pressure begins to build in further off to the west, and that's going to start to settle overhead as we head into the next couple of days, and that's really going to help with the hot and humid weekend that we have set up for the next few days. Waking up for tomorrow morning, though, we're going to stay just mostly clear for the start of your Thursday. Now as we head into Thursday afternoon, we have a chance of some of just further into central Kansas and our far most western counties seeing a few storms push in, but this is going to fizzle out and fade out very quickly before it gets to most of us, bringing in just a few additional clouds for the second half of the daytime tomorrow. And that clears out for Friday, returning to a clear sky. And then, like I said, it's not just the heat we're dealing with, it's the humidity as well. By Friday and Saturday, we have dew points trending into the lower 70s. So it's going to be humid as we head into this weekend. And then the winds, they're from the west as we start off our daytime for Thursday, but then quickly by Thursday night, they shift to more of a southerly breeze. These are the wind gusts. And then we start to gust closer to 30 to 40 mile per hour by Friday, and that's really just going to stay with us throughout the majority of this weekend. So a hot, humid, and breezy weekend as temperatures climb into the middle to upper 90s for this weekend. And really, it's just our first 7 day of the year where we have 7 days in a row forecasting lower to middle 90s. It is June, so it's going to be hot, but just find ways to stay cool if you can. Yeah, we've been through it before, but not this season. And of course, when you get those nighttime lows in the mid 70s, that means a good part of the night's probably in the 80s. So it's really hard to cool off and to stay hydrated and all that stuff and sleep well too. So just take extra precaution. That is true. Be sure to just find ways to stay indoors if you can and drink extra water this week. All right, Ashton, thank you so much.